This is NAHREP TV. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our leader, our co-founder, and a person that is an avid fighter for Hispanic homeownership nationwide, a voice for NAHREP, Mr. Gary Acosta. Hey, Gary.
Jerry, how are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. What do you think so far? I mean, everybody's standing room only. The line is growing. Attendance is fabulous. Tell me about your feelings here.
That's very exciting, very rewarding. It's great to see people's energy in the room, their enthusiasm for the associations, for the events that we put together. The staff work really hard. It's going to be a great few days for us.
Now, I do understand that we've had record-breaking numbers as far as online registration, and people are just busting down the door to be able to be here at this conference. Why so much interest?
You know, I think that we are at a turning point for the associations. I think NAHREP and ARIA have really distinguished themselves in the industry as having a defined value in the marketplace, especially at a time when so much of the turmoil that's happening in the marketplace is concentrated in minority communities. And we want our members and realtors from those communities actually being a part of the recovery process. And I think that's why a lot of them are here today.
And I think that speaks of what we're traditionally calling our secret sauce or part of our solution. Could you tell us a little bit about that? How are NAHREP and everybody else well vested to become part of that solution?
Well, first of all, we have members who are part of the communities that they serve, right? So they live there, they understand the nuances, the culture, the language, and so forth. And they've become part of those communities for many, many years. We think that you need people like that in those communities, working through the issues, helping people who have challenges, work through those challenges, and helping people who want to become new home buyers have the opportunity to do so. We want the properties that are out there being sold in distressed markets right now, sold to people who are going to live in those properties and become part of those communities. And our job over the next few days is to help train our members to be prepared to be great solutions in their marketplace.
And speaking of opportunity and diversity, we understand that there's now a whole movement that's gearing toward that. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, you know, I think if you look at a couple things. One, I think the government and the industry is starting to recognize that foreclosure didn't affect everybody equally. In fact, Latinos in California in particular represent 50% of all the foreclosures in the entire state. So I think people, members of government, policymakers, and industry leaders are recognizing we need to go back to those communities. We need to utilize the professionals in those neighborhoods to help pull us through this process.
And finally, we want to send out a message from Gary to everybody who is a NAHREP member and who's watching us from across the nation or around the corner that wasn't able to come out here to Vegas. What would you say to them, everybody back at home?
Well, if you haven't been to a NAHREP conference in the past, you've really missed something. People who come and experience it firsthand go back home feeling entirely differently about their business, about their communities, about the part that they play in the marketplace that we all serve. So you got to be here next time. We're going to be in Los Angeles next year. And I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that quite yet, but I leaked it out, and it's going to be a great opportunity for you to experience this firsthand.
Thank you very much, Gary, for appearing on NAHREP TV, and we're looking forward to a very successful conference.
Gary, thank you so much. It's an honor.